Our veterans risk their lives for our country, often experiencing the unimaginable. When they return home, support is crucial.
It absolutely is. Alicia Bergio introduces us to a Metro Detroit nonprofit that's committed to making that transition a bit easier, not only by offering resources, but service animals as well.
Many would agree that dogs are one of the greatest companions, a best friend for many. But for our veterans, they're so much more than that. They're family, a lifeline, and one organization here in Michigan is making that connection even more possible.
I love you.
This unit is unbreakable.
On my worst day, I think of her.
A bond Allison Crady says will never be broken.
Even on those worst days, because I'm human, I still have them. She's what keeps me here, and she's what keeps me grounded.
Meet Ruby, Allison's service dog.
Good girl.
Her partner, equal, four-legged companion.
There was just something when I put her leash in my hand, I was like, you're coming home. You're coming home with me. I just knew.
It wasn't simply by chance Ruby and Allison met. In fact, the duo was paired through Blue Star Service Dogs.
Yes.
A nonprofit based in Pinckney that provides free service dogs to veterans with post-traumatic stress disorder. What does a service dog provide?
I guess in one word, independence, but it also provides hope and trust and really a bridge to being able to come back to civilian life and do the things that they want to do, regardless of their symptoms from their injuries from combat.
For 13 years.
Yes.
Executive Director Christine Myron says Blue Star has matched nearly 300 veteran service dog teams in Michigan.
Up you go.
And owes its success to the training program they vigorously follow.
So we select shelter dogs from around the state of Michigan. We work very closely with county shelters and some rescues, and we take the dogs straight from there and we put them in prison.
Some correctional facility in Lapeer is one of 3 prisons in the state where inmates are used to train these dogs.
Luna, back up. Yes, good girl.
The dog will live in the prison with their inmate handlers, and they'll be trained in obedience training and pre-task training. It takes about 6 months for a dog to go through that training in the prison.
Riggs, heel, sit. Yes, good boy, down.
For Jason Treadwell,
yes, good boy, Riggs. Sit.
it's the connection with the canines he trains.
Yes, good boy. Good.
And the impact these animals have on our veterans that make his time and effort entirely worth it.
It makes me feel good every time that I actually complete the training of a dog and it go to be a veteran dog, then it let me know that I did something good. Heel.
It's the overwhelming feeling of appreciation, though, he and other inmates experience on a daily basis.
Timmy.
That inspire motivation.
Up.
Does it make you feel like you have a purpose?
Yes, it do, and it also helps keep you out of trouble because you know that somebody or something else is dependent on you, so being involved in the program, help you have a feeling that, you are still contributing to society, even though you are incarcerated.
A program giving dogs a second chance in life.
Yeah, oh, help me. Help, Luna.
While also rescuing those behind bars.
Good girl.
It's changed my life. I've been in here since I was 21, so it definitely gave me a big change and motivation, and I enjoy training the dogs. I plan on training them when I get out of here. That's what I love doing.
These dogs are with us 24/7, and to be able to provide somebody with a comfort animal, even if they're not service dog, but just something that will give a person reason to continue to move on and move forward. And that's the most rewarding thing. So it gives me purpose because I know that I've contributed and done my part.
While these dogs train in prison,
Yes, good boy.
Blue Star starts working with veterans, studying them.
Exit.
How do they talk? How do they walk? What do they need the dog for? Are they right-handed or left-handed? Do they have other injuries besides their PTSD? To make sure that we're looking for a dog that's going to meet the most needs for that individual.
From there, the pairing starts. The team takes applicants into prison, connecting them with the dog they feel is the best fit.
Once we pair them, it's not over. We still have them come back here 1 day a week at the training center.
Yes, good girl.
They have to do training every day on their own, but for about a year, we will work on them continuing to increase that bond together and learning the task exactly as the veteran needs it.
For Allison,
So we're gonna do blocking.
it's as tedious as building the confidence to conquer a crowd.
When I first started going to Blue Star, I never left my house. I would do all online orders, curbside orders. Thanks to her, I'm able to go out and do things, just her and I.
From 2016 to 2021, Allison served in the United States Navy.
I got off active duty. I just did my one contract, and I even remember saying, like, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I wasn't in that long. Nothing crazy bad happened to me. I'll be fine. Then I got out, started working my civilian job, and everything hit me like a ton of bricks.
The weight of what she saw, heard, became almost unbearable.
I ended up inpatient at the VA, started therapy, got linked up with Christine, and it was just kind of like a Hail Mary.
She met Ruby, a service dog with a tremendous impact.
Good girl.
Ruby has taught me just genuine connection with people, and forming that bond with her allowed me to open up a gate to feel other emotions and other things.
It took months of intensive training, but January of last year, Ruby
Can I kiss? Thank you.
officially came home.
It was challenging, it was uncomfortable, but the rewards it's worth it. It is so worth it. I can't imagine what my life would be like if I didn't power through and trust the process.
A rigorous process, Shane Brown says, saved his life.
She's done so much for me, and I want every veteran to know that there are resources out there, and you're not alone.
In November of 2019, Shane met Beret.
Beret, come.
Good girl.
She's trained to sense anxiety attacks, nightmares, pick up items off the ground.
Help, leash.
Over the years, I've just become less and less high-strung. I'm more relaxed.
She gives you purpose.
Yeah, she gives me a reason to get out of bed.
A former Marine for 9 years, a lifetime of traumatic memories. Memories Shane is now able to face because of Blue Star service dogs.
Would life be the same for you if you did not have Beret?
To be honest, no. If you want the truth, I probably would have ate a bullet by now. That's the honest truth. A lot of veterans that deployed with Marines and anyone that's deployed over to Afghan or Iraq, a lot of them deal with memories, nightmares.
Oftentimes invisible injuries, this program hopes to help veterans overcome.
Stay.
We meet the greatest people that have done so much for us, you know? And so it's important to give back as much as you can to those veterans that they didn't know this was the outcome of serving their country. And so it's up to civilians like me to make sure that you know, they have the best go at it.
A bode to the bond between service dogs and those facing life after service.
Oh, baby.
A nonprofit dedicated to showing veterans their lives matter. Reporting in Pinckney, Alicia Bergio, CBS News Detroit.
Now, if you would like to get involved with Blue Star Service Dogs, the nonprofit is always looking for volunteers and donations to help purchase supplies.